Week 2 of the 2025 NFL season began Thursday night with the Packers' impressive win against the Commanders. In the early window Sunday, the Patriots eclipsed 30 points for the first time since 2021 in their tight win over the Dolphins. Meanwhile, the Bills and Ravens dominated the Jets and Browns, respectively, after their head-to-head Week 1 thriller last Sunday night. The Cowboys and Giants played the first overtime game of the season, with Dallas winning via a kick from Brandon Aubrey. In the late window Sunday, Colts kicker Spencer Schrader got a chance to redo and convert his winning kick against the Broncos after a penalty. The Panthers put up 16 straight points against the Cardinals, but Carolina couldn't score on its final drive. And the Eagles stalled the Chiefs' late comeback in a rematch of Super Bowl LX. Our NFL Nation reporters reacted to all the action, answering lingering questions coming out of each game and detailing everything else you need to know for every team. Let's get to it. Is it too early for Falcons fans to be excited about the team's 4 rookie defenders? Nope. Fourth-round pick Billy Bowman Jr. had an interception and nearly had another. First-rounders Jalon Walker and James Pierce Jr. had at least half a sack. Third-rounder Xavier Watts had a late pick. The Falcons had a poor defense in 2024, especially their pass rush, and were committed to improving it. Atlanta's trade back into the first round to get Pierce isn't looking so controversial now. The rookie class looks like an overwhelming hit. Stat to know: kicker Parker Romo had as many field goals made Sunday as the number of days he has been with the Falcons, 5. Atlanta signed him Tuesday because of Young Ho Koo's struggles. Romo's 5 field goals are tied for the second most a Falcons kicker has made in a game. Why was the offense so rough? The Vikings have played 8 quarters this season and managed at least 1 touchdown in only one of them. Their 3-touchdown explosion in the fourth quarter against the Bears in Week 1 got them a victory, but they were inept throughout Sunday night's game. It's easy to blame the growing pains of quarterback J.J. McCarthy in his first year as the starter, and he played a big role by taking 6 sacks and throwing 2 interceptions. He also had an off-target rate of 24%. The league average in 2024 was 15%. But the issues were more widespread. Injuries forced the Vikings to finish the game with their second-string center, Michael Juergens, and third-string left tackle, Walter Rouse. And tailback Aaron Jones Sr. left because of a strained hamstring. In the end, they managed only 2 possessions of more than 4 plays. Trend to watch? Although not technically a trend, Vikings center Ryan Kelly suffered a concussion in the first half and was ruled out of the game. It was an especially concerning development for Kelly, who had at least 3 documented concussions during with the Indianapolis Colts. The Vikings signed Kelly to upgrade the position and give McCarthy a veteran safety, and now his status, at least in the short term, is in doubt. Could rookie safety Andrew Mukaba be the difference maker this Eagles defense needs? His playmaking prowess in college showed up as he took advantage of Travis Kelce's bobble near the goal line early in the fourth quarter and came up with his first career interception, thwarting what would have been Kansas City's go-ahead drive. It wasn't all pretty for Mukaba, as he was run over by Matt Mahomes on 3rd down in the first half and yielded a 4th down catch to Kelce. But Mukaba bounced back with a quality second half, which included a 3rd down stop on a pass to Hollywood Brown. The Eagles needed someone to step up in the secondary after the departures of safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson and corner Darius Slay this offseason. Mukaba answered the call. Most surprising performance. Newly acquired edge rusher Sedarius Smith made the most of his limited role, posting 4 tackles, 3 stuffs, and half a sack. Smith, an 11-year veteran, signed with Philadelphia last week and immediately helped a group that was held without a sack against the Cowboys. Can coach Andy Reid and coordinator Matt Nagy solve the offense's woes? After halftime, Reid and Nagy didn't find substantive solutions to help Mahomes. The Chiefs' first possession in the third quarter ended with a perplexing play call. On 4th and 1, Reid had center Creed Humphrey pull on a trap for running back Kareem Hunt. The Eagles' D-line crushed the Chiefs' O-line, and the Eagles used the 1-yard loss to take a 3-point lead. Though the Chiefs are optimistic Xavier Worthy's shoulder will return next week, his effectiveness will likely be impacted while wearing a harness. When the Eagles blitzed, Mahomes couldn't find many open receivers against man-to-man coverage, and the rushing attack didn't open many lanes either. Too often, Mahomes had to be a superhero to give the Chiefs a chance for success. What to make of the QB performance? Mahomes was basically an overqualified game manager in the second half of Sunday night's game. Without Worthy and Rashee Rice suspended, Mahomes had to be excellent using the Chiefs' quick passing game. He finished with 187 passing yards, 66 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns. He is also playing alongside rookie left tackle Josh Simmons and new left guard Kingsley Suamataia. At running back, Hunt no longer has burst, and starter Isaiah Pacheco had just 2 attempts that gained 5 or more yards. Mahomes' 13-yard scramble capped the Chiefs' lone first-half drive score. Has Daniel Jones answered any remaining questions about naming him the starting QB? Jones got off to a fantastic start with his Week 1 performance, but that game was a laugher early. Sunday's matchup with Denver posed a different challenge, with Jones facing a second-half deficit and needing a final drive comeback. He made more clutch plays than were necessary in last week's game, but after a 316-yard performance Sunday, Jones has surpassed expectations in the first 2 weeks. Key stat to know: running back Jonathan Taylor had 165 rushing yards, and most of his work occurred after contact. Taylor had a career-high 114 yards after contact, much of that coming on a 68-yard run early in the fourth quarter. It was Taylor's 25th 100-yard rushing game, passing Eric Dickerson for second most in Colts history. Only Edgerrin James has 49. What happened to the Broncos' defense? It is unlikely many outside of Indianapolis had Jones dicing up the Broncos' defense on the NFL's Week 2 bingo card. The Broncos struggled to unsettle Jones for much of the day, as he had 236 yards passing at halftime, 103 more yards than the Titans had in Denver's season opener. The Colts had 3 pass plays of over 40 yards in the first half, and Colts rookie tight end Tyler Warren was a particular riddle for the Broncos. By the time Taylor popped a 68-yard run with just under 10 minutes to play, the Colts were over 400 yards and had not punted. Turning point: after the Broncos watched Spencer Schrader's 60-yard game-winning field goal come up short on what was to be the last play, Denver linebacker Andrea Tillman was flagged for leverage, and Schrader got a reprieve from 45 yards. This time, it was good, and the Colts walked off with the victory. What will the Cardinals do at CB after 2 starters sustained injuries? With Max Melton and William Williams leaving Sunday's game because of injuries, the Cardinals might have to retool their depth chart. Melton didn't return after a knee injury. Williams hobbled off the field late in the game because of a leg injury and couldn't put much weight on it. Arizona began playing rookie Will Johnson at one outside corner and Denzel Burke at another. If Melton or Williams or both are out, then Johnson, Burke, and Clark will likely be the rotation. But who will play in the slot? Turning point: Greg Dortch's 29-yard punt return around the 1-minute mark flipped the Arizona's field position, which led to a touchdown 6 plays later. After Dortch caught the 60-yard punt at Arizona's 26-yard line, he returned it to the Carolina 45. The Cardinals went on to score and then scored again on the first drive of the second half to convert the 2-for-1 and gain control of the game. Can the Panthers be patient after an 0-2 start? QB Bryce Young looked dreadful in the first quarter, committing 2 turnovers to give him 5 in his first 5 quarters this season. Then, in the second half, it all started to click. Young led a comeback that could have stopped Coach Cannavale from considering a QB change at 0-2 for the second year in a row. Young remained calm and steady, finishing with a career-high 328 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. The near comeback should provide some patience for Cannavale and Young. Best quote from the locker room? Panthers center Austin Cober tore his left ACL in the final game of the 2022 season, tore his left MCL in 2023, and had bicep surgery last year. Now he faces possibly yet another surgery on his left knee after a fourth quarter injury.